Hello, good evening, Halima and Hamad.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening. Okay. Uh, all right, guys. So we were talking about the final accounts in the last session, and let's revise everything, whatever we have done until now. So in this chapter, we have discussed that basically final account is the financial statement which is prepared after preparing the trial balance of of a particular entity. Then a financial statement include, that is a final account include trading account, profit and loss account, and the balance sheet. Okay. Then we have understood how do we actually prepare the trading account. So this is the format of the trading account. Okay. Trading account is basically prepared to find out the gross profit and gross loss of the entity. So in order to calculate the gross profit or gross loss, while preparing the trading account, we record the value of the sales on the credit side of the trading account, but after adjusting the value of the returns. So sales are recorded after adjusting the value of the returns, sales minus return, that is the net sales. Then the scrap sales, and finally closing stock of the goods. And on the debit side of the trading account, we write down the opening stock, then purchases and return outward, wages and salary. All direct expenses are recorded on the debit side. Okay, then we total the credit side of the trading account and find out the value of the gross profit, or if there is any gross loss. Then we total both the sides of the account and both the sides should tally. Okay. Then I have also explained what are actually direct expenses, what are the things that are considered as the direct expenses for the entity. Then we have started doing few questions based on the trading account. So this is the question. I think we have done this in the class. Then these questions were also discussed in the previous session. Okay. I think I gave you one question for your homework, right, Halima? So we have discussed the concept regarding the cost of goods sold. Yes, Hamad? We discussed about the cost of goods sold and the adjusted value of purchases. Yes or no?
Yes, sir, we did.
Okay. Ahmad, any doubt regarding any topic?
No, sir.
No. Okay. So I think we have also completed this question from the following information, prepare the trading account, and we have adjusted purchase. Okay. And I think I gave you, yes, I gave you this question for your homework. So have you guys completed this question?
Yes.
Ahmad, you have done this question?
Yes, sir, I have done.
Okay. Can you please tell me the value of the gross profit or gross loss you have got? What is
Just a
it?
second. I'll open the notebook.
Sorry?
Just a second. I'll open the notebook.
You'll have to open the notebook. Okay, Halima. Meanwhile,
I got 1,38,000
1,38,000 you have got. I think that is
gross profit.
gross profit is 98,000. Samad, you got the same answer, 98,000, or your answer is also different?
Sir, it's little like different. Little. Not
It is different. Okay. So let me help you. First of all, we will write down the value of the closing stock on the credit side of the trading account. Yes. So have you guys written this on the credit side of the trading account? Closing stock 70,000.
yes, sir.
Then you will record the value of the wages on the debit side because it is a direct expense. Okay.
Yes.
Then salaries. Tell me on which side of the trading account you will record salary. Tell me in which side of the
Debit
debit side. Why you are recording it on the debit side?
expense.
It is an expense. But guys, just keep this in mind. Salary is not the direct expense. It is administrative expense. It is not incurred in the factory. Salaries are incurred for the employees working in the office. Getting my point? See, in an enterprise, in a company, we have different departments. So we have department of production, then we have department for sales and administration and office. Okay, so workers who are working in the factory get wages for their work. Laborers who are working in the factory gets wages for their work. So wages paid to the worker is considered as what? This is considered as the direct expenses. So if wages is given in the question, it will be treated as the direct expense. Let me help you. So let me explain this on the note. Just a minute. Keep this in mind that whenever there is any information regarding the wages is presumed to be incurred in the factory. So it is a factory expense, thus, therefore it will be considered as a direct expense. Direct expense. Okay. If you have information regarding salaries, if salary is given, salary is not factory expense. Salary is generally it is an office expense. It is not related to factory. So therefore it is not a direct expense. It will be treated as indirect expense. Getting my point, Halima and Hamad?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now one more important thing. If, listen to me carefully, if wages and salaries are given collectively, if information is provided like this, wages and salaries, let's say wages and salaries is given 5 lakh or 50,000 or 60,000, any amount. If wages and salaries are given, then this is presumed to be a direct expense. Keep this in mind. Whenever question specifies wages and salary collectively, then it is a direct expense. Now, one more important thing, if question specifies salary and wages, salary first and wages after that, salary and wages, now it will be treated as the indirect expenses. Indirect expenses. Got it? If only wages is mentioned, it is a factory expense, direct expense. If salary is mentioned, it is an indirect expense. If wages and salaries are collectively written, direct expense. If salary is written before wages, then it will be indirect expense. All right, guys, will you be able to keep this in mind?
Yes, sir.
Halima, is
Yes.
that okay? So write it somewhere so that you can basically retain this particular point,
Okay.
or take the screenshot, whatever. Shall we move?
Yes, sir, we can.
Okay. So this was the question. Closing stock, we have you must have recorded this on the credit side of the trading account. Then wages, it must be recorded on the debit side of the trading account. Salary should not be recorded in the trading account. If only salary is given, that means it is an indirect expense. We will be recording it in the profit and loss account whenever we will make it. Okay. Now there is sales. Sales will be written on which side of the account? Credit side of the trading account. And also adjusted purchase are given. Now listen to me carefully. If adjusted purchase are given in the question, then we are not required to take the value of the closing stock. Closing stock need not to be written in the trading account. Getting my point? So trading account will be formed something like this. This is how the trading account will look like. We will write down only the value of the sales on the credit side. We won't be recording the closing stock on the credit side. Because why we are not recording it? Because we have already adjusted purchases are given in the question. If adjusted purchases are given in the question, then there is no need to mention the opening stock, closing stock, and the value of purchases. If adjusted purchases are given, then we will write down the adjusted value of the adjusted purchases only. Then we have wages. Obviously, it is a direct expense. Therefore, we have written this in the trading account. Then after reducing the value, all these value from the value of the sales, you will get the gross profit. So sales 6,88,000, then 5,50,000 reduce, then also reduce 40,000. You will get 98,000 as the balancing figure. That will be gross profit. Tell me, Hamad and Halima, is this clear, both of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Got it, no? Okay. Okay, guys, so let's move to the next question. This is basically, at this time, we need to calculate the cost of goods sold from the following information. I think I have already explained how do we actually calculate the cost of goods sold in the last session. So let me give you a quick recall. How do we actually calculate cost of goods sold? And I'm not going to solve this question. You will be solving it. So please try to pay attention and understand how do we actually calculate cost of goods sold. What is the formula? So cost of goods sold, cost of goods sold is also called, we can also write it as COGS. So COGS is calculated as opening stock if given in the question. If opening stock is given in the question, you will take the value of the opening stock. If it is not given, you will consider it as 0. Opening stock. In the opening stock, we add the value of the purchases, or in fact the net purchases. Net purchases basically mean value of purchase after adjusting the value of the returns. Net purchases. Then we will add all the direct expenses in it. All the direct expenses. And from this, we will also reduce the closing stock. Closing stock. So this is how we actually calculate the cost of goods sold. Okay. Is that clear, everyone? And one more thing here, I will also explain that. So if you are required to calculate the gross profit, the question asks you to calculate the gross profit. We can do that using cost of goods sold. We can calculate the gross profit using cost of goods sold. This is how we can calculate it. We will basically from the value of the sales, if you will reduce the value of the COGS, cost of goods sold, you will get the gross profit. Is that clear, all of you? Cost of goods sold is calculated by adding opening stock, net purchases, direct expenses, and reducing closing stock. And in order to calculate the gross profit, you will simply reduce value of sales minus COGS. Okay. Okay, so please solve this question. Let me know the value of the cost of goods sold in the question. All of you, please.
Okay, sir.
Okay,
Amar?
sir.
Done, Hamad?
Yes, just a second. Sir, it will come 85,000.
85,000. Okay. Halima?
Same 85,000.
85,000. Okay, I think that is correct. So let me also show you the correct solution. Okay, so this will be your solution. Opening stock plus net purchases plus direct expenses minus closing stock. So opening stock is directly given in the question, 40,000. Net purchases is also given, 50,000. Direct expenses is already given by the name of wages and salaries. And question also gives you one more expense, that is office rent and rent paid, 15,000. So you just keep this in mind, that office rent paid is not the direct expense, it is indirect expense, because it is not incurred in the factory, it is being incurred in the office, therefore it is a indirect expense. So we will not record this in the while calculating the cost of goods sold. And finally, the last item, closing stock, 15,000. So after calculating this, you will be getting 85,000. Also, can you guys calculate the gross profit in the question? Are you guys able to calculate the value of the gross profit in the question? Please calculate the value of the gross profit in the question as well. Hamad and Halima. Halima and Hamad, you guys are calculating the gross profit?
Yes, sir.
Yes, calculating.
Yeah, please calculate. Okay, let me show you how we actually calculate gross profit. This is how we will calculate it. Value of net sales is given in the question, and COGS we have already calculated. This also the formula for gross profit is net sales minus cost of goods sold. So net sales is already given 1,90,000, and cost of goods sold we have just calculated this value here. Okay, so 1,90,000 minus 85,000. I think it should be 1,05,000.
Yes, sir. Same answer I got.
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, very good. Moving on to the next question. Okay, so you have this question. In this question, you need to find out the cost of goods sold and also the gross profit. And I hope you can do it within 5 minutes. Steve, you are also trying now? Steve, are you there? Are you solving this question?
Yes, sir.
Please solve this question and let me know the value of the cost of goods sold and the gross profit. Do it fast.
Sir, sales return will subtract from sales amount, isn't it?
Yeah, we have to take the net sales. So sales minus sales returns.
Okay, sir. Sir, it's 1,10,000 gross profit.
We are waiting for the Hamad's answer.
Sir,
Okay.
for cost of goods sold, the answer will be 2,82,000.
2,82,000 and gross profit will be
The gross profit, I didn't calculate it.
okay. So cost of goods sold is correct, and Halima is saying gross profit is 1,10,000. That is also correct. Okay. Hamad, is the solution clear to both of you, Halima and Hamad? Halima, is this clear? Halima, am I audible? What happened? Why you guys are not responding?
Yes, sir, it's clear.
Hamad?
Yes, yes, clear.
Okay. All right. So we will move to the next topic, next question. Okay. So this is the question. From the following information, calculate the gross profit and the cost of goods sold. We need to find out the value of the gross profit and the cost of goods sold. Please try that. Try this question, guys. Gross profit is 33.33%. This is 33.33%. So this is the question. In this question, we need to find out two things. First of all, we need to find out the profit. First of all, we need to find out the value of the gross profit. Gross profit is directly given in the question, but that is given in terms of percentage. We need to find out the monetary value of the gross profit. Okay. And also question is asking for the value of the cost of goods sold. So cost of goods sold is also required in the question. Okay. So first of all, any one of you, can you please tell me what will be the gross profit in this question? It is pretty simple. So it is already written in the question that gross profit is 33.33% on sale. See guys, first of all, you can also write this down as 1/3. This is same as this. Both are same. We can write down 33.33 as 1/3. Is that clear, all of you?
Sir, 1/3 or 100/3?
Sorry?
1/3 or 100/3?
1/3 or 100/3. 1/3. You can write it as 1/3.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So you can write it as 1/3. That means profit is given as 1/3 of sales. So let's calculate value of sales is sales. Profit is 1/3 of sales. That is given in the question, right? 33% of the. Just a minute. Let me write this way. So this is given as 1/3 of sales, right? So we can calculate it as 1/3 of sales, and value of sales is how much? 12,000. So we can calculate it as 12,000 divided by 3. It will be how much? 4,000.
4,000.
Got it? Hamad, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and I think I've already explained that cost of goods sold. See, just a minute. I've just explained you that in order to find out the value of the net sales, what we can do, we can, so not net sales, just a minute. Yes. In order to find out the gross profit, what is the formula for finding out the value of the gross profit?
Sales minus cost of goods sold.
Yes, net sales minus cost of goods sold. Net sales minus COGS. So if I want to find out the value of the cost of goods sold, can I write it this way? Cost of goods sold equals to net sales minus profit. Can I write it this way? Net sales minus
Yes.
profit. It will give me the answer of the cost of goods sold.
Yes.
So I will be writing it as 12,000. That is value of the net sales minus.
Answer is 8,000.
Yes, correct. Then gross profit. So net sales is 12,000, already given in the question, and gross profit is 4,000. So 12,000 minus 4,000, it will be 8,000. Is this clear, all of you?
Yes, sir.
All right. Please note this down. Hamad, Halima, and Steve.
Done, sir.
Done. All right. So here we go. We have one more question. Please try this also. This one is a little difficult, but I still want you to try this question. Just a minute. Let me see if I have more questions. Yeah, okay. So first of all, calculate this question. Find out the value of the closing stock in the question and the cost of goods sold. Then we will go back and do that question. Okay, Hamad and Halima?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So we have these information regarding the opening stock. We have sales, then carriage inward, sales return, gross
Sir,
profit.
you're sharing the screen.
Sorry?
You're sharing the screen.
Oh, the question is not visible to all of you.
No, sir.
No.
Just a minute. Give me a moment. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Solve this question. So in this question, we need to find out the value of the closing stock and the cost of goods sold. Similar to the previous one, a little different. This time we need to find out the closing stock, not the gross profit or the basically the value of the sales.
Sir,
Yes.
cost of goods sold will be 9,000.
Cost of goods sold is 9,000. Let me check. Cost of goods sold is not 9,000. Just a minute, give me a minute. Yes. That's right. Cost of goods sold is 9,000 a month. That is correct.
And sir, closing stock will be 6,100.
Perfect. Very good. Nice. Halima, done?
Yes, sir. Closing stock I got 6,100.
Okay. So guys, those of you who are not able to calculate this, let me show you. Cost of goods sold, in order to calculate cost of goods sold, we will simply reduce the basically from the net sales, we can directly reduce the value of the gross profit. So after reducing net sales minus gross profit, we will get the value of the COGS. So I think net sales is already given in the question. Value of the sales is given. Value of sales is 16,000, right? And the sales return are 1,000. That means value of the net sales is 15,000. So 15,000 is the value of the net sales. And gross profit is also directly given in the question. Gross profit is 6,000. Okay. So gross profit is 6,000. So it will be 9,000 only. Now let's talk about the value of the closing stock. So for finding out the value of the closing stock, what we can do, we will apply again the formula of the COGS. So the formula for COGS, the other formula for COGS is opening stock plus purchases, then net purchases. Net purchases, also direct expenses less the value of the net sales. Okay, no, not the value of the net sales. Then reduce the value of the closing stock. This is the formula of the closing stock. Sorry, the formula for the COGS. So COGS we have already calculated by applying the above formula, 9,000. Opening stock is given in the question. See, opening stock is directly given in the question is 5,000. Opening stock is 5,000 in the second line. So we can write down the value of the opening stock, 5,000. Purchases are also given in the question. Purchases are 10,000 and purchase return is 900. That means it is 9,100. 9,100. 9,100. And we will also add direct expenses. So direct expenses are carriage inward. Carriage inward is only the expense, 1,000. 1,000. And closing stock will be the balancing figure. Closing stock. And it should be, the closing stock will be, how much you are getting a month? 6,100, no? A month?
Yes, sir.
Halima? 6,100 it is?
Yes, 6,100.
Okay. So this is how we will solve it. Any one of you, if you are not able to solve this, please take the screenshot. And we are moving forward to the next question. Okay, so this is the next question, guys. Calculate the value of the closing stock from the following information. Do it fast. Value of the closing stock we need to find out from the given information. Done. Hamad, Halima.
Doing.
So guys, one thing that you should keep in mind, that in order to find out the cost of goods sold, what do we actually do? We usually calculate cost of goods sold by reducing the profit from the value of the sales. So the formula for calculating the cost of goods sold is net sales minus gross profit. But if in the question gross loss is given, then we will add the gross loss. Getting my point? In order to find out the cost of goods sold, generally the formula is sales minus profit. But if loss is given in the question, then we will add sales plus loss to find out the find out the cost of goods sold. Halima and Ahmad, is that clear? Both of
Yes,
you? Okay.
Yes.
So how much you are getting the value of the cost of goods sold? Both of you? How much is the cost? Yes, please. Ahmad.
for closing stock or gross profit?
Sorry?
For closing stock, right, sir?
Yeah, no, I'm asking what is the cost of goods sold in
The
this
cost
question.
of goods sold will be 3,75,000.
Yes, that is correct. You have also calculated the value of the closing stock.
Yes, sir.
Tell me the answer, please.
25,000.
25,000. Yes, that is correct. Very good, Ahmad. Halima, we are waiting for your answer.
Sir, I got same answer, 25,000.
25,000. Okay, guys, very good. Nice. So this is those of you who are not able to solve this. So this is the correct solution of the question. Okay. So let's move to the next question. We will do one more question, and I don't think we will be able to start a new topic today. Actually, I have to start a new topic, that was profit and loss account. But never mind, we will do that later in the next class. In today's session, we will only talk about the calculation of the COGS, gross profit, and the closing stock. So guys, this is the last question that we will be doing. Please solve this question. In this question, we need to find out the gross profit again. And this time purchases, return outward, carriage inward, carriage outward, wages are given. And it is given in the question that 3/4 of the goods are only sold in the market. And it has been sold at a price of rupees 6 lakh. So basically we need to find out the gross profit. Try this question, all of you. If question is visible now, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First of all, find out the value of the cost of goods sold in the question. Done, everyone. Cost of goods sold is calculated. Halima Hamad.
Just a second, sir.
Still calculating.
Doing, sir.
Okay, let me show you how it will be done. First of all, we will apply the formula for the cost of goods sold. And in the cost of goods sold, we have this formula: opening stock plus net purchases plus direct expenses and closing stock. So now the situation is that opening stock is not given in the question, so we will take it as 0 only. Okay. And after that, we have net purchases. We have the value of purchases given in the question. And out of the purchases, we will reduce the return outward. That means purchase return. Return outward is basically the purchase return. So out of 6,80,000, I have reduced 30,000. So we will get 6,50,000 as the net purchases. Okay. Is that clear, all of you, till this point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. After that,
Yes.
we have to add the direct expenses. So in the direct expenses, we will only consider carriage inward and the wages. Carriage inward and wages are direct expenses. Carriage outward are basically selling expense. Selling expenses are not part of the direct expense. So carriage outward is not treated as the direct expense. Carriage inward and wages will only be taken into account. So 20,000 plus 50,000. I have taken this value only, 20,000 plus 50,000. And again, closing stock is not given in the question, so we will take it as 0. So finally, calculating all these values, we will get 7,20,000. Is that clear, Hamad and Halima?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, question is asking for what? Question is asking for the gross profit. And question is also saying that, see, in order to find out the gross profit, what is the formula? What is the formula for calculating profit? So it is very simple. Na? Gross profit is equal to, as you have already told us, gross profit is equals to
Sales minus cost of goods sold.
sales minus cost of goods sold. Okay. All right. But the thing is that question is saying that we have only sold how much goods we have sold. We have sold 3/4 of the goods only. So we are not selling all the goods. We have only sold 3/4 of the goods manufactured. Getting my point, everyone?
Yes.
How much of the goods we have sold? We have only sold 3/4 of the goods. So this 6 lakh is the value of the goods sold. Correct? This is the value of the 3/4 goods sold in the market. That is, this is the value of the 75% of the goods sold in the market. 3/4 is basically 75%, no? So we have only sold 75% of the goods in the market, and the selling price of the 75% of the good is 6 lakh. So let me write this value. Value of the sales is 6 lakhs. So this is the value of how much good? This is the value of only 75% of the goods that is sold in the market. So tell me, for calculating the gross profit, we will have to reduce the value of the cost. Yes or no? We will have to reduce the value of the cost of goods sold. Yes or no? Tell me, guys. In order to find out the profit, we need to reduce the value of the cost of goods sold from this value of the sales. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes. But are we going to reduce all the value of the cost of goods sold?
No.
Or we will take it only 75% of the cost of goods sold?
Only 75%.
Only 75%, because only 75% of the goods has been sold. So if we are taking the value of, if we are taking the 75% of the goods as the, basically the sales value of only 75% of the goods are taken, therefore 75%, cost of the 75% of the goods will only be taken. So we will take 75%, or either else we can also write it as 3/4 of 7,20,000. Harima, is this clear? Why we are doing
Yes, sir.
7,20,000? Because we are not selling all the goods. If we would have sold 100% of the goods, so I would have taken the entire value of the cost of goods sold. But because we are selling only 75%, so 75% of the goods have been sold in the market. Therefore, I will also take only 75% of the cost to find out the actual profit or loss. So 6 lakh minus 3 by 4 of 7,20,000. So let me calculate this. 7,20,000.
So it will be 5,40,000.
Okay, just a minute. So 5,40,000 is the value of the cost of goods sold. Simple, 5,40,000. So now we are able to find out the value of the profit. Profit will be 60,000. Tell me everyone, is this clear, all of you?
Yes.
Ahmad?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, very good. So guys, this is it for today's session. In today's class, we were talking about the cost of goods sold. How do we calculate it? How do we calculate the profit, gross profit, closing stock, all these things. So I think I have one question for you. Just a minute. All right, so I don't have any question for your homework. So this is it for today's class, guys. In the next session, we will be talking about the concept of the profit and loss account. So we have understood the concept of the trading account. From the next class onward, we will only talk about the profit and loss account. And we will also do questions based on the profit and loss account. All right, is that clear, all of you?
Okay, sir.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, bye. You will leave the session. Those of you who are willing to attend the economics class, please stay. All of else, everyone can leave. Steve, are you there? Why have you missed previous class? The earlier one, the basically the class on I think we were doing on Monday. Why did you miss that class?
Yesterday.
You missed no. I think on Sunday. I think you have skipped the class on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Why?
And I had network issue. Then I joined again. That time you were not there.
Okay, it's all right.